Yeah, well, you can't ask for more drama than that. But whenever the Russians are involved, things go a little bit sideways. That attack or attempted attack was quite something. Three Ukrainian negotiators, as well as Mr. Abramovich, reportedly poisoned with a pretty much a military-grade poisoning agent. It wasn't anything that threatened their lives, but it definitely made them sick. And Bellingcat, the organization which first revealed this, said that it was probably to instill some fear or anxiety into the Ukrainian negotiators rather than wipe them off the face of the planet. But that, along with 2 hours into the negotiation, just now on my way here, air raid sirens did go off. And that usually indicates the Ukrainian armed forces have detected some incoming missile. Luckily, it hadn't come in, but that goes to show you how sensitive these talks are and how on edge everybody here is right now.
Yeah. And, you know, it is interesting. You've been in Lviv, and that has been what has been considered a place that was fairly not a target. But you've sent us a video of the third air raid siren in just 24 hours.
Yeah, and, you know, this is not long after those very close strikes, I believe it was Saturday now, on an oil storage depot and also on a military installation here. That really changed things here. A lot of people left who were seeking shelter here, and the mood has definitely changed as well. As former Ambassador Shevchenko told me just a few minutes ago, is that was a big signal that the war has come to Ukraine. Now, having said that, Bev, I mean, people here, that's a big reason why after so much blood spilt, so many deaths, destruction, that people are not going to easily agree to any kind of capitulation that may come from the presidential side of Ukraine.
Yeah. So let's talk about these peace talks. I mean, how serious? Zelensky has, of course, offered concessions on neutrality. Is Russia even at the point where they are taking any notion of withdrawal, peace, ceasefire seriously?
Yeah, well, Russians are saying that in return for neutrality, whatever that means, because Ukraine was a neutral country pre-war, that they will stop the denazification of Ukraine. Many of us don't even understand what that term means, but the Russians are not asking, or asking rather, for very difficult concessions. That includes for Ukraine to pledge that it won't produce nuclear weapons, and also that it won't host foreign militaries on its territories here. But apparently it is allowed to go into the EU. Now, who are the Russians to call the shots in all of this, right? And the other thing I would say, as you well know, we've been speaking, I think, since 2014, is that the Russians do not have a good track record in terms of honoring their commitments, especially ceasefires.
There was a further report tonight that the Kremlin has ruled out any nuclear strike, which everyone has been highly concerned about. How seriously can we take that as a guarantee?
We can't. We can't take it any more seriously than we can take any pledges if they were to come to not use chemical or biological weapons. The thing kind of lurking in the background is Mr. Putin's control of stockpiles of nuclear weapons, of chemical and biological weapons. And I think that's what's put the fear into Western leaders in terms of providing things like the no-fly zone, the Polish jets. That is not coming. So until they get over that fear, most Ukrainian officials here tell me that's really a bluff on behalf of the Russian side. Ukrainians are going to have to, sad to say, keep almost begging for more equipment, more sophisticated weaponry to push the Russians back.
Yeah. And you know, that's such an interesting point, Michael, because there's a lot of reporting that Russia is in retreat, that it, you know, that its campaign is really off target. Is that misleading? You know, what is your sense well into this, well over a month now, as to at what point of this conflict we're at?
Yeah, it's absolutely misleading because even though their ground forces are not doing well, they do have, I believe, quite a stockpile of those long-range missiles, like the ones that hit Lviv here on Saturday, as well as the ones that are just pounding away at Mariupol, which is it resembles hell on earth at the moment. So I think what they're going to do is try to hold on to areas in the Donbass and also hold on to that land corridor that connects mainland Russia with Crimea. And the way they're going to do that is with those long-range weaponry and unguided shells aimed at populated centers.
Michael, we appreciate your reporting as always, and we do want you to stay safe. I know it must be quite a game changer to have things coming so close in Lviv. Good to talk. Thank you.
Thank you.